This is T4 Lesson 3. Looking at Bitcoin's daily chart on screen, we learned the cross-sectional screener. Until now, you picked one name, Bitcoin, and decided buy or pass. Today, we step back and ask, among hundreds of coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, who is strongest right now, all in one view. What you'll learn: 1. Apply the same score to every name and sort them. 2. Read a list ranked strong to weak. 3. Interpret the spot versus futures price gap, the basis signal. That shift means you stop only asking, where do I enter this chart, and start asking, where is the strongest opportunity in the market right now, with data, not gut feel.
세임 아이디어 유드 뉴스 스크리닝 더 S&P 500 오르 나스닥 애프터 A 패드 데이.
What you've learned so far is looking at one chart, like Bitcoin's daily on screen, and deciding buy or skip. But the market moves hundreds of names at once: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, and more. How do you see which one is strongest right now at a glance? Here's the next level. Apply exactly the same yardstick, trend, strength, volume, to every name, then rank who is stronger. That is cross-sectional screening. Easy analogy, like giving every student the same math, English, and history test, then ranking first, second, third by total score, objective order, not favorite teacher vibes. A screener turns each name's strength, trend direction, support bounces, volume, into a 0 to 100 score, the way you'd score Ethereum's daily on screen. Say 95 means a clear uptrend, recent lows still holding, and active volume. A 20 means price is down about 50% from the highs and volume has dried up, like coffee sales collapsing when a cup jumps from $3 to $4.50 and shoppers walk away. Those scores rest on patterns that have repeated in history, how other names behaved when they showed the same signals. Same rules on every ticker means you can compare who's stronger as numbers. You line them up with data, not emotion, whether you're scanning crypto or the S&P 500 SFA watch list. Once you have scores, sort top to bottom strongest first, like Bitcoin's daily on screen, or a track meet finish list by stopwatch time. Names at the top, 95, 90, tend to show a clear trend with volume behind them, so they become priority 1, 2, 3 when an entry setup appears. Names at the bottom, 20, 30, stay on a watch list until a real recovery signal shows, or if you already own them, you may need to think about when to sell. Objective scores make signal-based decisions possible instead of, I just like this one. Same asset, 2 prices. Spot, what you pay to own it now, and futures, a set price for delivery later, say 3 months out. That gap is the basis. Same idea you see between cash S&P and ES futures around Fed announcements. Concrete example: spot at $65,000, futures at $65,500, about a 0.77% gap. When futures trade rich like that, we call it a positive basis. The gap reveals psychology. Rich futures say, I think it goes higher, so I'll buy the contract ahead of time. Rich spot says, I want it right now. Strong cash demand. Watch that spread on the chart, and you get an extra read on bullish versus bearish mood. Useful alongside an S&P 500 risk appetite. So how do you use this live? Look at Bitcoin's daily on screen and think it through. Only hunt your technical entry signals among the strong names at the top, 95, 90, like a final cut among students who already cleared the passing score. The key is prioritizing strength signals, not cheap. A name sitting at 20 or 30 can look like a bargain in dollars, but you wait until the signal clearly flips before you touch it. Stick to enter only where it's strong. Leave the weak alone. And history tends to show better odds, not a guarantee, just a better process. T4 Lesson 3 Wrap-Up. You can read signals on one chart, Bitcoin's daily on screen, but ranking and comparing hundreds of assets at once makes opportunity and risk far clearer. 3 steps. 1. Score every name with the same rules. 2. Sort by strength. 3. Read the spot. Futures basis equals a strength map of the market. Next lesson, we go deeper into what that gap means, spot premium, basis, and rollover, how they form, and how you read them in live trading. This lesson is for education and learning only, not investment advice. Every trade decision and any profit or loss is entirely your responsibility. If today's lesson helped, please subscribe and hit like. See you in the next one.